Calling all Wovians. Grab your sonic screwdrivers and buckle up, because we need to talk about the future of Doctor Who. If you've been on the edge of your seat, anxiously waiting for news about another season, you're definitely not alone. The fandom has been buzzing with speculation, and we've all been holding our breath, wondering what's next for our favorite time-traveling hero. The last season, which ended with the breathtaking finale, The Reality War, left us all in a state of shock. We watched as NCUTI GATWA's magnificent 15th Doctor regenerated in a mind-blowing twist, giving us the surprise of a lifetime when Billie Piper reappeared. It was a moment that sent waves through the fanbase, reminding us why this show is so special. But as the credits rolled, a new question emerged: what happens now? The big question and the unexpected twist. Since that finale, the silence has been deafening. The long wait for an official word on a new season has felt like an eternity. We've all been refreshing our feeds, searching for any scrap of information about whether the show will be getting another go-ahead. It's a feeling every fan knows well, that mix of hope and anticipation that keeps you glued to your screen. Well, we finally have some insights from an incredible source. The brilliant producer Jane Tranter has pulled back the curtain, and her words give us a better understanding of what's happening behind the scenes. She revealed that we might be waiting a while longer than we hoped. Disney, the company that has been a significant partner in the show's recent run, doesn't have to make a final decision about a new season until a specific point in time. Once the 26 episodes that Disney initially commissioned have aired, Tranter explained, then, and only then, does Disney have to make a decision about whether or not they want to do more. And what exactly are those episodes? They include the highly anticipated spin-off, which means the timeline for a decision is much longer than many of us thought. Tranter shared her thoughts on why the company might be taking its time, noting, "I imagine, at a time when Disney are having huge cuts themselves, and there have been slashes in program budgets, they're looking to take their time to balance everything out and decide what they want to do. It's a moment of financial reality for a massive company, and it means our beloved show is part of a much bigger conversation." The heart of the matter, the BBTC's unbreakable promise. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a potential disaster. The future of a show we love is up in the air, and it depends on a huge corporation's business decisions. It's easy to feel a pang of anxiety, a fear that the adventure might be coming to an end. But here's where the good news comes in, and trust me, it's the kind of news that will make you breathe a huge sigh of relief. While Disney's decision is important, it's not the final word. Jane Tranter delivered a powerful and reassuring message that gets to the very heart of what makes this series so special. At its heart, it's a BBC show, she declared, and it will keep going, one way or another. Read that again. It will keep going, one way or another. This is the kind of statement that should calm every fan's nerves. It reminds us that no matter what deals are made or which partners are involved, the soul of the show remains with the BBC. The British Broadcasting Corporation has been the home of our favourite Time Lord for decades, and that bond is unbreakable. The journey continues. The BBC's commitment to the show was recently echoed by its chief of content, Kate Phillips. Speaking at the Edinburgh TV Festival, she left no room for doubt. She confirmed that the show will absolutely return to the BBC, with or without Disney's involvement. Any Wovians out there, rest assured, Doctor Who is going nowhere, Phillips said, her words serving as a much-needed balm for our worried hearts. Disney has been a great partnership, and it continues with the war between the land and the sea next year. But going forward, with or without Disney, Doctor Who will still be on the BBC. This is the promise we needed to hear. The partnership with Disney has been fantastic, opening up the show to a global audience in new and exciting ways. And we still have the upcoming spin-off. The war between the land and the sea to look forward to in 2026. The adventure isn't over yet. In fact, there's still plenty to come. So, let's take a deep breath. Yes, the official word on a new season might take a little longer than we expected. But the most important thing to remember is that the TLS isn't shutting down. The doors are still open, the engines are humming, and our beloved Doctor's journey is set to continue. The future of Doctor Who is as secure as ever, because its true home, the BBC, will always be there to make sure the adventure never ends. So, let's get excited for what's